Happy Wednesday. Happy Goddess Chat.
Goddess Chat.
Hey, Ramona.
Hi, Paige.
So good to be here and talking about our goddess for the
Of
month,
yes.
Gaia. Woo.
Yes, I always love when we start tapping into Gaia's energy. It seems to be such an important goddess aspect for us in general in this world, as her primary messages are of support and nurturing and feeling grounded and drawing on the natural energies of the world, and remembering that when we connect to nature, we get reset to our natural state of being. So let's talk about her.
Well, I was just going to ask you what comes to mind when you think about Gaia. What resonates with you?
It's those subjects. It's remembering that when I step out into nature, that's when I reset and I feel more balanced and harmonious, versus being in our highly technological, busy world that we tend to push ourselves beyond our limitations or expect things of ourselves that we really aren't built to be. You know what I mean? Like it's
like getting back to basics.
Get back to exactly.
Yeah.
And I just started leading yoga teacher training this past weekend, and I had to take a really grounded view of my life, recognizing all that was coming online in the last week. I'm teaching an extra day a week, so now I'm working 6 days a week instead of 5, which is a lot for me, because I had regulated down to working anywhere from 4 to 5 days and having anywhere from 2 to 3 days to just be or reset or what have you. And those days off that I took, the 2 were true days off. It was like, I'm not doing computer work. This is my time to reset.
Right.
And so by actively choosing to take on a couple of classes for a couple of months to help the yoga studio that I'm working at out while some of their staff is gone, and adding yoga teacher training, not to mention being into my own space again, which means I'm working more hours because I have them available now. All of that is a blessing. However, if I don't ground myself and go, okay, this is the scope of what's going to be. How are you going to take care of you inside of that? And that's what Gaia's energy does. That's when I'm tapping into Gaia, is when I'm really needing to be reminded to rise above the busyness and the noise and really say, okay, how do I do this and stay safe and comfortable in my being? And there's a lot that's still coming on in the next months that is going to require even more of my attention and energy. And so without grounding, choosing to pull back and look at my schedule ahead of time, then I end up in complete and utter chaos. And I will tell you that when Monday came after this past weekend, because the previous Sunday I had off, and then that Monday started a 7-day in a row stint of work, because of teacher training. Because on teacher training weekends, I have my
straight through. Yep.
So what does that mean? That means that I had to decide, where am I going to recover? Where am I taking my restoration and my nurturing and my time to reset? And so I decided that on the Mondays after teacher training weekend, at least for the next 2 months while I'm working, on Thursdays, that I'm off all day. Like there's no seeing clients at all on those Mondays. So for this month and next month for sure. And most likely that will continue probably all the way through, only because I know that I need that time. And I have blocked out my schedule. I have found a substitute teacher to teach the virtual yoga class. So all of those things would not get done without me being grounded and present and in the awareness of what my needs are and tapping into that nurturing energy.
For sure. It's interesting that you mentioned that word safe. I was going to say, in addition to all the things you said, I think of Gaia as the goddess of abundance, of balance, of that grounded nature. And last night when we were doing our yoga class, I was talking about the first chakra, the root chakra, and grounding and feeling Mother Earth, Gaia energy, just giving you stability. And that energy of the root chakra, I am safe. I mean, when you think of, Gaia is the Greek god of, Mother Earth, and you think of just that embrace of your mother and being safe. And Gaia,
or even if you didn't feel that with your mother, of your own mothering.
Well, yeah. And you can mother yourself. We even did one exercise where we embrace the world, and then we had to give ourselves some love. And then, the opposite was just holding ourselves and giving ourselves a big hug and just feeling that energy rising up from a root on up through. And I think of Gaia when I need balance, when I need structure, because I can be scattered, and like you, when you look at okay, what needs to be done? What's my schedule look like? Where can I give myself some space? How am I going to do that? And that's all like Gaia energy. And Gaia, in terms of the earth, this month we have Earth Day, which really is in celebration of Gaia and birthing this beautiful planet that we have, and all that, comes forth, the abundance that comes from nature, from Earth, and how we really haven't been treating Mother Earth very well. She has not been able to provide us what we need, because we've just been taking and not really with that reverence of what this planet does to sustain us, because Gaia is that sustaining energy, that abundance, that energy. And there is we celebrate Gaia. We'll probably talk about this in our tools and all that, with a feast. And you think about just an abundance of really healthy, luscious foods, and honey is something that's attributed to her, and just that rich sweetness and all that goodness. But for me, that I tap into that Gaia energy most when I need that structure, I need that balance, and it's just a really great time to explore that energy. We've been going through basically the cycles of spring, and we're planting the seeds, and then we had things starting to grow, and now we have Mother Earth just nurturing all of this, so that we are going to have an abundance of flowers, trees, just everything blooming here pretty soon, if not already.
Right.
We're in that cycle to celebrate. Yeah. So once again, the goddesses pick us. We don't really choose when they appear in our schedule, but there's just no better timing than divine timing that she should come up now.
Absolutely. We'd love to hear how Gaia settles onto your heart, how does she work within you? Please share with us in the comments.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, goddess.
We will see you next week.